Welcome to Selenium training. We'll take up a very basic topic. What is Selenium? Right? Many people have been asking me over a period of time and before the course as well that what exactly is Selenium? Okay. To understand what Selenium is, you go to the Google and type Selenium tool. You go to the website seleniumhq.org. It is the website for Selenium. And over here, the first line says that Selenium automates browsers. That means it is an automation testing tool that is basically for automating the web-based applications in various browsers. It cannot automate your desktop-based applications. It is only used in browsers. So the very fundamental question that what Selenium is, the answer to that is basically it's an automation testing tool which will automate your web-based applications, and it works on following browsers. It works on Mozilla, IE, Google Chrome, Opera, Safari. This makes this tool very powerful because it works on multiple browsers. Apart from this, it also works on the latest version of Mozilla. Okay, and it works on the versions 6, 7, 8 of IE and 8, 9, 10 of Opera, the latest version of Chrome and Safari as well. Along with this, it also works on multiple operating systems. That you can make Selenium work on Windows, you can make it work on Mac, you can make it work on Linux or Unix based systems and many more operating systems. So this makes it a very powerful tool, and that's why the demand of this tool is increasing day by day, because it works on multiple browsers and multiple operating systems. Now if you have to use this tool, you have to write the code in some language. For example, in QTP we write the code in VB scripting. Okay, but in Selenium we have got multiple options with us. You can write the Selenium code in Java, you can write it in C#, you can write it in Ruby, Python, Perl or PHP. So these are the 6 languages which Selenium supports, out of which Java is the most famous one. It's not necessary. Okay, please pay attention that it's not necessary that if your application under test is made in PHP, then you have to write the Selenium code in PHP. Many people have this myth that okay fine, if my application is developed in C#, then I have to write the Selenium code in C#. No, it is independent of the application under test. If I make my website in Java, I can write a PHP code and I can write the Selenium code in PHP as well. Okay, so it is independent of the language in which the website is made. Okay, now why is Selenium famous with Java? It is because Selenium is again an open source tool and Java is an open source language which works on multiple operating systems. It is platform independent. Okay, so it becomes very easy to use Java with Selenium. Moreover, Java is an object oriented programming language again. Obviously C#, Ruby and all these languages are also object oriented, right? And with Ruby as well. Many people prefer using Selenium with Ruby as well. In this course we will be studying Selenium with Java. We'll be first learning Java and after that we'll learn Selenium. Don't jump to Java directly. Okay, so we know that Selenium is an automation testing tool which works across multiple browsers, multiple operating systems, and it can be used with multiple languages. Right? Now coming over to the components of Selenium. Here's where the maximum confusion is. That is the components of Selenium. Selenium is made up of 4 components. Presently there are 4 components in Selenium: IDE, RC, Grid and Webdriver. Right? Now let us take up the first component, that is the IDE. IDE is something which comes as an add-on in Mozilla Firefox. Okay, it only works in Mozilla Firefox and comes as an add-on in Mozilla Firefox. If you go to my website qtpselenium.com and let it open. Over here in module number 10, I have discussed Selenium IDE in very detail. Okay, you can watch this. It's something, IDE is something which will only work in Mozilla Firefox, and it is primarily a record and run tool. Recording and running functionality is present in every automation tool. Okay, so it is present in IDE as well. The drawback of IDE is that it works only on Mozilla Firefox, and sometimes it becomes a little difficult to use IDE. Although you can do a lot of stuff in IDE, you can parameterize your test cases and all. We'll see everything as we proceed with the course. We'll parameterize the test cases using IDE and all. Okay, but there are some limitations to IDE. That the major one being that it only works with Mozilla. Now, in the beginning, there was something known as RC, which used to work on multiple browsers. Selenium RC works on multiple browsers, and it is available in multiple languages. That is, you can write the Selenium RC code in Java, C#, Ruby, Python, Perl or PHP. Okay, for learning IDE you don't need any programming language. Okay, you just need to know JavaScript if you are using user extensions in IDE. But if you are working with RC, you need to know any one of these programming languages. Now RC had its own limitations, which we will be talking in detail as we proceed with the course. Okay, to overcome these limitations, WebDriver came into the market. Now WebDriver is something which again supports multiple browsers, and it is an enhanced version of RC. But the architecture of WebDriver is completely different from the architecture of RC. Many people who have worked on RC, they find it very difficult to learn WebDriver. The architecture is completely different. In the market, majority of the frameworks, Datadriven framework or keyword or hybrid frameworks, they have been made in Selenium RC. Okay, and still the demand for RC is there in the market, but with time it will go away. All the new projects are being developed using WebDriver. Okay, so IDE is something which is in Mozilla, and RC and WebDriver, they work on all the browsers, but both of them require knowledge of any one of the programming languages which Selenium supports. Right? Grid. Now Grid is something which will help you run your test cases parallelly. For example, you have got 200 test cases and you want to run these test cases parallelly on 3 machines. One machine will run the test cases on Internet Explorer, the other one on Mozilla, the third one on Chrome. So you use Grid for that. Or you want to distribute your test cases on 4 different machines. That is, on the first machine, first 50 test cases should run, on the second machine 50, then third 50 and fourth 50. So basically you want to divide your test cases into parts and run them parallelly so that the execution takes lesser time. So for that again we use Selenium Grid. Apart from this 4 components, you can also integrate Selenium with some tools like Fitnesse. You can integrate it with Hudson, right? So there are many aspects of Selenium which we will be learning in this course. Okay. Along with this course, you'll also get the videos. Okay. Thank you.